Happy Halloween, Titans, and welcome to this week's episode of Titan Sports. I'm your host, the OG Robin, aka Michael Patterson, and beside me is one and only Tiger Woods, aka Kevin Gerrard, and we're here to give you the latest scores, highlights, and everything else Titan athletics. But before we begin, as you may have heard by now, and around campus, conservative commentator and author Milo Yiannopoulos is speaking tonight on Halloween night during a campus event. Please know that while no home games were scheduled, our student athletes were not on campus as part of a safety precaution from supporters and protesters of the event.
The women's soccer team had punched their ticket to the Big West tournament as a number 4 seed despite their loss to UC Irvine 1-0 on Sunday. Irvine's Lily Andino scored the only goal of the match in the 30th minute to put the Anteaters on top. The women's soccer team will look to retaliate as the first round of postseason play will begin Thursday at Cal State Northridge with a rematch against UC Irvine.
The Titan baseball team competed in a scrimmage over the weekend against UNLV, where they just fell short of a comeback with the final score of 5-4. It all started when the Titans made it 2-0 after catcher Daniel Cope belted an RBI double to left center field. UNLV eventually ended up tying the game in the 7th, despite Titans pitcher Timothy Jostin working out of a bases-loaded jam. However, UNLV delivered a devastating blow in the top of the 8th to make it 5-2 with a solo homer by Nick Rodriguez and a 2-run shot by Max Smith. The Titans didn't go down without a fight as they eventually made it 5-4 with just one out left, thanks to a couple RBI singles by Jace Chamberlain and Zach Wheeler. Of course, that would be all for the Titans. Despite the loss, there is still a lot to look forward to this spring with solid pitching performances and hits from 10 different Titans. The next organized game for the team is January 27th for the alumni game.
In Titan Athletics alumni news, CSUF has 2 former Titans playing for their chance to be World Series champions. Justin Turner, third baseman for the Los Angeles Dodgers, and Chris Davinsky, pitcher for the Houston Astros. Both made contributions in Sunday's Game 5. It was a wild one as the Astros beat out the Dodgers 13-12 in 10 innings to take the lead 3-2 in the series. Following American League rules, Turner played designated hitter and went 1 for 4, hitting a double, scoring 2 runs, and drawing 2 walks. Davinsky had the chance to become the first Titan to record a World Series save after retiring his first 2 batters, but fell short, giving up a 3-run homer, allowing the Dodgers to tie and send the game into extra innings. The Astros have a chance to wrap up the series Tuesday night at 5 p.m.
Now we'll send it to Jessica Lucero for this week's edition of What the Tusk. Take it away, Rosie.
Hello everyone and welcome to another spooky edition of What the Tusk, where our mouths can run just as wild as LeVar Ball's with sports news and pop culture outside of Cal State Fullerton. I'm your host, Jessica Lucero, as none other than Rosie the Riveter. And first off, we have the World Series in full swing, so we're going to start with baseball. Astros first baseman and bad haircut enthusiast Yuli Gurriel was caught making a racist gesture with his eyes towards Japanese Dodgers pitcher Yu Darvish. Baseball fans are baffled that he managed to wait until the World Series to be racist towards Japanese people when he spent an entire year of his life playing in Japan. Dilly dilly, am I right? The Los Angeles Chargers are technically a football team, and while that line itself could just be the punchline, just you wait. They have had a very difficult time drawing in a fan base ever since their move. Despite having the smallest stadium in the NFL, the team has had serious issues filling seats. The few seats that are being filled are occupied by fans of the opposing team and people who mistakenly thought there was an LA Galaxy game that day. I don't know how that happens. We wanted to get a comment from a Chargers fan regarding the matter, but we've been unable to track one down. No, but seriously, please contact us if you guys have any leads. In hockey news, the new kids on the block in the NHL are the Vegas Golden Knights. As the newest expansion team in the league, no one expected them to do well in their inaugural season, but they've managed to not only find a way to win, but also make a city fall in love with them. The Golden Knights have put up an extremely impressive 8-2-0 record in their first 10 games, and the city of Vegas has fallen in love with their new franchise. However, they just recently unveiled their new mascot, and I'll give you a hint. It's not a knight. Meet Chance, the in-crowd cheerleader for a professional sports team. While some say he's a Gila River monster, there's some speculation that he's the love child between Barney the dinosaur and Thing from Fantastic Four. I guess having a Golden Knight just made too much sense to those decision makers in Vegas. Whether you love him, you hate him, you love to hate him, Tom Brady is definitely one of the most influential players in the NFL right now, and he knows it, which is why he's expanding his empire and adding author to his already long list of career accomplishments. Earlier last month, Tom Brady released his new motivational self-help book, The TB12 Method, How to Achieve a Lifetime of Sustained Peak Performance. An entire lifetime, people. The book has been met with some criticisms. However, as Brady has taken to advising people on a lifestyle that may not be safe, according to medical professionals. The most discussed topic in the book is Brady's method for preventing a sunburn: drinking water. Wow, that's right. The GOAT, Tom Brady, says you will not get a sunburn as long as you're hydrated enough. Hey, Tom, that's not how the sun works, let me tell you. Clearly, the TB12 method was not endorsed by University of Michigan's medical school. Additionally, the new Tom Brady signature edition, Aston Martin, will not protect you from sunburns either. You can take my word for it, or you can spend $360,000 on a car that only 11 other people in the entire world have. Yeah, you heard it correctly. When Tom Brady isn't embarrassing the Atlanta Falcons, writing books, and whatever else he does, he designs cars too. He does it all, guys. If Tom Brady can do all that, you can stop binge watching Rick and Morty and finish your term paper. Trust me, I did it too. That's going to do it for us here at What the Tusk, and time to send it over to Little Miss Kitten Tyrah Majors for this week's Titan Timeline. Tyrah?
What's up, Titans? I'm Tyrah Majors, the cat, with this week's Titan Timeline. First things first, Titan basketball is back. Our men's team will be kicking off the first official game of the season against the USC Trojans at the Galen Center on Friday, November 10th. Game starts at 7 p.m. If you can't attend the game, catch it on the Pac-12 network. On the 15th, they will take on the St. Mary College Gales at St. Mary's, also at 7 p.m. Next up, women's basketball. The Titans will play against Santa Clara on Saturday, November 11th at Santa Clara University. Game starts at 6 p.m. They will then play against the Pacific Tigers at Pacific University on Monday, November 13th. That game is at 7 p.m. On November 18th, the ladies will travel down to take on the San Diego State Aztecs at 12 p.m. Moving on to women's tennis, the ladies will be matching at an invitational against the Cal State Northridge Matadors all weekend through November 10th, 11th, and 12th. Times to be announced. Women's volleyball will also have a busy weekend as they travel up to Northridge and Long Beach State back-to-back. On November 10th, the ladies will take on the CSUN Matadors at 4 p.m., and on November 11th, they play Long Beach at 7 p.m. The team will be back to play in Titan Gym, however, on November 17th to play the UCSB Gauchos and on November 18th against Cal Poly. Both games are at 7 p.m. Lastly, big day coming up for CSUF's men's soccer team. The Big West Tournament Championship is on Saturday, November 11th at Titan Stadium. Time will be announced. You don't want to miss this one. That's it for this episode's Titan Timeline. I'm Tyrah Majors. Back to you guys in the studio.
That about wraps up this special Halloween edition of Titan Sports. Thanks for tuning in, and be sure to check out our previous installments on our Titan Sports YouTube channel.
Don't forget to follow us on Twitter and Instagram at CSUF Titan Sports, or like us on Facebook to stay up to date with all things Titan athletics. On behalf of the Titan Sports team, I'm Michael Patterson.
And I'm Kevin.
Thanks for watching. Hope you had a safe and happy Halloween, and remember to keep those tusks up, Titans. We'll see you next time.
Man, let's go. Let's Dodgers win. Lonzo, big baller brand, all that good stuff. You know what I'm saying?
And then just sign off in your costume.
Oh.
Okay, yeah.
I feel that.
So just.
I'm Robin. I'm Tiger Woods.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. Sounds Gucci.
Boy Wonder.
Yeah, I think just
And I'm the boy wonder. Yeah.
All right. That about wraps up this special Halloween edition of Titan Sports. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to check out our previous installments on our Titan Sports YouTube channel.
And don't forget to follow us on Twitter and Instagram at CSUF Titan Sports, or like us on Facebook to stay up to date with all things Titan athletics. On behalf of the Titan Sports team, I'm the boy wonder, Robin.
And I'm Tiger Woods.
Thanks for watching, and hope you had a happy and safe Halloween. Always remember to keep those tusks up, Titans, and we'll see you next time.